You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys and Bill Belichick, because we got some interesting tidbits in case you have not seen. Mike McCarthy will not return to the Dallas Cowboys, and there's a very strange situation brewing with Bill Belichick. People are starting to ask questions, and behind the scenes, big wigs in UNC, along with the ACC commissioner, are starting to get very concerned that Bill Belichick may flee back to the NFL. Very interesting. So to set all this up, and there is a story that talks about Belichick and the Cowboys, and so we're going to take a look at that. It's getting interesting. Mike McCarthy is out. They're right there. The sides couldn't agree on length of contract. McCarthy will pursue other opportunities. He leaves Dallas with a winning record and 3 playoff appearances. What is really odd about this, too, is word has it Mike Vrabel would have interviewed for this job if it would have been open. Just throwing that out there. Heard that on New England radio about 3 minutes ago. All right? About 3 minutes ago, I heard this. So, all right, that leads us over to this story, and we'll connect it all to the Cowboys in a minute. ACC commissioner reportedly, quote, nervous about Bill Belichick NFL flight risk. Well, the commissioner's not the only one nervous. All right, Bill Belichick has been the head coach of North Carolina football for merely a month. There are already rumors abound that he's poised to leap back to the NFL. One particular development, or appropriately lack thereof, is reportedly making the university, as well as ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips, nervous. There's truth to those rumors. On Monday, Mike Florio of PFT said that Belichick's slow hiring process for his staff is worrying the higher-ups at UNC and in the conference. To date, Belichick has only hired 7 coaches for his staff, despite having $10 million to work with to hire his staff. This is the interesting part, guys. Joe Judge, Matt Patricia have not been hired yet. There's some speculations out there that they are waiting to hear something about the National Football League. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's part of a broader plan, Florio wrote, after listing out the limited hires Belichick has made in the week since he took the job. Regardless, it is making people nervous, from the athletic director all the way up to the ACC commissioner. And, of course, it goes on to talk about the rumors involving the Raiders and Belichick. So, this is getting a little bit strange. It is, all right? So, enter in CBS. Jonathan Jones, right here.
Who might be on the wish list for Jerry Jones and that family there?
All right, so a lot of names that we could go through, right? I mean, one of the first ones that comes to mind, Steve Sarkisian with the University of Texas Longhorns. Another college coach who comes to mind, Bill Belichick with the University of North Carolina. That is, look, we can just make this whole question about Belichick, because that's what you're going to hear, and you're going to hear it over and over and over again. I mean, it is such a Jerry Jones hire, it's not even funny, right? And we know.
I agree. But question is, would Belichick want to do it? Well, NFL insider Jonathan Schultz, before CBS nugget broke, put this out. Bill Belichick would have been interested in the Cowboys job, and it's believed that Dallas would have been interested in him. had he known the position would have been available. Belichick and his camp never received any indications during back channel conversations that the job would open up. So they didn't know that McCarthy was gone. Evidently, when they were talking to Jerry about the job, Jerry thought maybe he was keeping Mike McCarthy. That's my guess, anyway, which is partly why he ended up at UNC. Belichick has an excellent relationship with the Jones family. So the plot is thickening. Now, I would be an idiot not to mention Deion Sanders in all this too. Okay, you got to bring it up. Cowboys alum, Jerry loves him. There was rumors over the weekend he wants the Raiders job, and part of that is he might be able to coach his son there. Odds are, unless Dallas agreed to trade Dak and something all the way up to be able to get to number one or however to do it, even though I think there's a chance you might get him without having to get to number one. Shadur Sanders as the quarterback, that feels like a very Jerry move to me too. Got to remember, everybody talked about this not working. There's a few things, right? Number one, John Matrix and myself both said this was where Belichick was going to end up before the season. He would eventually end up with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if it's still going to happen or not because he's at UNC. Nobody saw that coming. But Jerry once hired Bill Parcells. And yeah, we all know about if you want to, cook the meals, you'd like to buy the groceries. We all know about all of that. But Belichick has a ton of respect for Jerry Jones. And a while back, Jerry was on radio. And basically, Jerry talked about Bill Belichick like he was football Jesus. Okay? Like he the greatest mind in the history of the NFL is what Jerry said about Bill Belichick. And listening to that on that radio hit was like, man, this feels like if there's any way this could get around to happening, Jerry would be open to doing it. The other thing, Jerry's all about making a splash. All right. Yeah. I mean, he's hired the Jason Garretts and blah, blah, blah. But that Parcells thing, man, it stopped the world when that news broke. All right. It's been a while since Jerry's done something like that. He's 82 years old, and he wants to win a ring before he dies. Got a pretty good team. Now, there's some roster problems in Dallas. All right? That's why the whole maybe Mike McCarthy is a better coach than people think, because he took that roster and won 7 games. And he took that roster and won 12 games in a row, 3 years in a row. That roster's not super, even though the media would love to tell you it is. I also know Belichick believes Micah Parsons has the potential to be Lawrence Taylor. And he believes that. He thinks he's one of the greatest defensive players since Lawrence Taylor. And here we are. Man, if Belichick could get a hold of Micah Parsons, look out. That defense in Dallas would get filthy very quick, and the Cowboys would win a lot of games for that reason only. Never mind the offense and whatever it ends up looking like. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Is this going to happen? I don't know, but it seems like we're heading down the road to something with the Cowboys, and what the hell is going on in North Carolina and Bill. Remember, Patricia and Judge were supposed to be hired immediately. Nope, not hired. Josh McDaniels is coming with Bill. Nope, didn't happen. He may or may not, and it's kind of interesting because Vrabel didn't come out to say McDaniels was going for sure to the New England Patriots. Maybe Josh is waiting on Bill. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.